Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Another beautiful day that the Lord has made for all of us. Let us be glad and rejoice. And because God has good plans for this country, that is what I believe. Today, take a minute and say a short prayer for this country, because this country needs God. This country needs God to intervene. If you are joining this channel for the first time, this is KENYA KWANZA TV, the tallest man in Black Africa. Join us as we analyze some of the major developments. Today we expect the Supreme Court to continue with day 2, and it will be a very, very interesting day. Keep glued to this channel and even the mainstream media, because this is the only place that you get the unreported news, the third eye, and the issue that you cannot get in the mainstream media. So kindly subscribe to this channel, like our videos. We are humbled. For those who are asking about our numbers, I always pin my number as the first there, and feel free to support us, and we are very, very humbled for those who are requesting to support us. We have no issue with those who want to support us. Yesterday was a day of drama. Yesterday night, Helter, Skelter, as hell broke loose in Ruto'S camp. You know what the judge said, the 9 areas that will determine the case, was a shocker to say the least kwa upande wa mwana Ruto na wafuasi wake. Hawakuwa wakiona hivi, hawakuwa wakitarajia. Wakati ambapo tulikuwa tunaona majaji 7 pale, when you look at the tone, the language, you saw a group of a bench of judges who will stop at nothing to get the truth, and nothing but the truth. It is only the truth that will set us free. So it was a night of long nights, a night of crisis meetings, a night of panic, shock, regret, despair, name it. The PO and some of the returning officers regretting why they took up the IBC jobs. Because you agree with me, some people will be jailed, and this will be very good for this country. It will be the birth of a new country. Kwa sababu wezi wana siku chache sana. Za mwizi ni 40, na kama alivyosema siku ya kufa nyani miti yote huteleza. Kwa hivyo wale ambao walihusika na wizi wa kura, ikiwa watapatikana, they have all the reason to get worried. I understand somebody sent me a very funny message on my WhatsApp, whatever, that some people are actually throwing the laptops, they are throwing any trace, any digital trace to Nairobi River. Others, I don't know where they are taking it. I know some could bring them as far as to Lake Chania. No, not Lake Chania, River Chania in Vika. So it will be very, very interesting, because fear has gripped some of the IBC officials. Kwa sababu unajua the digital trace cannot be deleted. Huwezi ukafuta kwa sababu zile nyayo ambazo unaacha wakati ambapo unafanya chochote utakuja kujulikana. So I want us to look at the reason why people are panicking. The reason why there was Helter Skelter. Why I'm saying that hell broke loose. Why are people getting worried? Why are people throwing laptops in the Nairobi River and some in River Chania? It is very, very interesting. The first reason is because the Supreme Court of Kenya gave the IBC the rope to hang itself. When you look at the 9 areas that will determine this case, in fact, IBC ilipewa kaba ijitie kitanzi. You can imagine somebody giving you the rope to hang yourself. So ni wewe utajua vile utajifanya, because whatever was actually alluded to, the areas that will determine, the 9 areas that will determine the judgment of this case are very, very scary. If you work for the IBC, you can imagine Baba has unfettered access to IBC tarring centers, to everything. So you cannot stop him to do what he wants, including the passwords, including the logs, everything that was happening, including the simulations, what were they testing. Kwa hivyo utapata kwamba ni jambo ambalo linawatia wasiwasi mwingi sana. The second reason why people are panicking is because of the digital footprints that I've said that are usually not possible to delete, kwa sababu zitaonekana wazi. Itakuwa ni siku ya aibu. It will be a day of shame for the IBC ikiwa watapatikana ya kwamba they buggered the elections, ikiwa watapatikana ya kwamba waliiba kura ili kumpendelea rais ambaye ana I know because let me not call him the president elect, because even the Supreme Court is not referring to the president elect. As far as we are concerned, Ruto is just a respondent as we talk. The other thing that making people to panic, to run for their dear life, is because, you see, when it comes to the fear of going to jail, because I'm saying some people you go to jail. Jambo lingine ambalo inawatia wasiwasi ni kuogopa kwenda they go to jail, they go to prison. You can imagine living a first world life pale ambapo you don't lack anything, you have the security, you have anything that you want, you get a 6-digit salary, and then here comes that you go to jail, uende ukakule ugali pale. Kwa hivyo hata wale wako pale ni watu ambao walizaliwa na kina mama, ni watu ambao walikuwa na kwao. So it will be very, very interesting to see some of these people, because I can tell you that the Supreme Court, when I listened to the tone of the judges, when I looked at the atmosphere of the Supreme Court, this is a court that will come up with a new jurisprudence, a court that will come up with earth-shaking judgment, something that will shake the political landscape of this country. So people have to get afraid. You are PO there, that is presiding officer, you buggered the elections, and you know what you did if you did something, because by the way you have no reason to get worried. You don't have to be afraid, kwa sababu unajua the guilty are also afraid. So if you are not guilty, there's nothing to fear. Let's wait what you come out. The other reason that is making people wengine karibu to wet their whatever in a clothes is because of the DCI dossier. You know, the DCI is not leaving anything to chance. And you see, what we have is that the investigations with the Venezuelans and whatever they have been doing, it was admitted in court. It's something that will be used by the court to determine this case. Remember, the guys who came and they were arrested in the airport with all what they had, tunajua kwamba the DCI actually came up with assertion that these guys had full access to IBC servers, na kwamba walikuwa yale ambayo walikuwa wamefanya, and they were working with Chebukati, they were working with IBC, and they were all out to favor William Samoei Ruto. So ile ni jambo ambalo linawafanya wawe na wasiwasi sana. You know, when dry bones are mentioned, an old woman becomes uneasy. So what happened is that the Supreme Court just mentioned the dry bone, and the old women now are becoming uneasy. The leaves are becoming uneasy. That is why we are talking about Helter, Skelter, and hell-breaking rules. The other reason why people are panicking is because, you know, there's something about the government. The government knows what everybody is doing. Serikali inajua kile ambacho unafanya ukiwa nchini na hata yale ambayo yanafanyika nchi ya nje. Somebody said that a state will never miss its target, and when it misses, it is only by design. So when I look at what is happening in Kenya, I can tell you this is a long-term game. This is something that has been planned. In fact, people have been asking why the government did not stop the stealing of votes. Lakini I think this was very much deliberate. It is meant to cure the problem once and for all. So that's why I'm saying we are just about to have the birth of a new republic. Wizi wa kura utakomeshwa. And it will be very interesting because, you see, William Samoei Ruto has been mentioned in so many cases. And Baba has said, you know, Baba said that whatever he's doing is not for him. It is for posterity. And I agree with him. And that's why I've always said that when the history of this country will be written, Raila Amolo Odinga will occupy a big chapter. A chapter of democracy. A chapter for fighting for the downtrodden. A chapter for justice. And that is what is happening. So let us take this exercise as something that will change this country forever. The other reason why people are getting afraid, why they are scratching their stomach, when they are scratching their stomach, is because they fear that the 15 polling stations are likely to come up with issues that maybe people watashagaa. Kwa sababu when I was looking at the polling stations, utaona kwamba hizi ni zile ambazo Kenya Kwanza walikuwa wanasemekana kwamba they were stealing votes, and I don't think Baba or Azimio in general don't think they don't have the evidence. I think they have the evidence. What is they are trying to do is just to demonstrate. Immediately the Supreme Court talked about the 15 police stations. Dennis Itubi and other Kenya Kwanza bloggers started uploading these forms showing that nothing was wrong, everything was. Even today, even this morning, Dennis Itubi is still trying to tweet, trying to show that no evidence will be found here. The question that I would ask Dennis Itubi, kwa nini anaogopa? What is he fearing? Because if you know that something not happen, you don't have reason to get worried. You don't have to run up and down. I've said the guilty will always be afraid. That is why you see Kenya Kwanza panicking. The other factor that is bringing this situation is because of I've also opined that Raila Amolo Odinga have massive evidence about the rigging and ushahidi wa kutosha, and the evidence that is going to be adduced in court will shake this country. Watu watashagaa. I can tell you, watu watashagaa. Keep glued to this channel, keep glued to even the mainstream media, kwa sababu watu watasikia mambo ambao hawajai kusikia. I think there was a time Uhuru Kenyatta said, ule ujinga unakuwa na nchi hii ni mwingi sana. And I can tell you now, ule wizi uko katika nchi hii ni wa hali ya juu sana. When Uhuru Kenyatta said that this country loses $1 billion every day, I think he knew what he was saying. Now I can tell you, ule wizi ambao unatokea hapa nchi hii ni wa hali ya juu sana. Immediately William Samoei Ruto was declared the president, I said I saw some people who started grabbing the road reserves in Thika. And it was very, very funny kwa sababu in fact as we talk yesterday, I saw them even building structures around the road because this is why I think people are fighting to ensure that Raila is declared the president, because this is something that people cannot stomach, because you cannot have a lawlessness, a country without rules. And ni vizuri tuwe watu ambao wanafuata sheria kila wakati. The other reason why people are getting worried in Kenya Kwanza is because of the inconsistencies in Form that 4A that was used in the police station and that 4A that was uploaded. The evidence is there to be seen and to be massive. Kwa hivyo si jambo ambalo ni la siri. Watu wanajua kwamba kuna tofauti kubwa sana between Form that 4A in the polling station and Form that 4A in the IBC server. Tofauti kubwa sana ambayo inaweza kuwashagaza watu wengi. So when this one will be brought in the Supreme Court, basi litakuwa ni jambo la aibu kwa IBC, litakuwa ni jambo ambalo litawatia wasiwasi sana. So in fact what we have now, Kenya Kwanza wanajua kwamba it is not if the election will be nullified. Their worry now is who is going to prison. Hiyo ndio shida iko sasa. Sio kwamba it's just a matter of days before the celebrations of William Samoei Ruto as the deputy president, as the president-elect are over. The other reason why you find people getting worried is because the Supreme Court of Kenya, what they did was an unexpected shocker. And expect more. Kuna mengi ambayo mtasikia, kuna mengi ambayo yatatolewa pale kotini, kwa sababu hawa ni majaji ambao they are people of integrity. They are people who cannot bribe, and there's some people who are trying to show that it is easier to bribe. And I think there's a social media that was saying that a certain judge was given 1.7 billion, which is not true. Verified that the Star did not actually publish such a publication. Ni watu ambao wanajaribu kupeana fake news to try to taint the good name of our able judges. Kwa ni jambo ambalo litakuwa likiangaliwa kwa macho mawili na the whole world. Jambo lingine ambalo linawafanya watu karibu kuendesha watu wawe na wasiwasi mwingi, watokwe na kijasho chebaba, ni kwa sababu Ruto could be barred from contesting if it is found that this man actually stole the elections. If it is found that huyu mtu aliiba kura, basi he will not be allowed to contest. Now this is something that is very serious, kwa sababu you have committed an election offense, and there's an offense for there's a penalty for that. Whoever commits an election offense should not be allowed to contest in any elections, kwa sababu ya vile ambavyo sheria ziko. Another thing that is making these people panic is that you see the court could surprise everybody and declare Raila Amolo Odinga as the president-elect, opening a new chapter in this country. Kwa hivyo ni jambo ambalo linawatia wasiwasi. That's why I'm saying these people do not sleep. These people are running up and down to find out what is happening, because anything is expected in this court. The fear of Iran is also something that hawa watu wanaogopa sana. Ni jambo ambalo linafanya wakutane usiku kucha na mchana kutwa wakijaribu kuona vile ambavyo wanaweza kufanya, because this court, I tell you, is likely to come up with very earth-shaking orders, kwa sababu that is what people want. Last but not least, people are fearing that IBC could be disbanded. And you can imagine, if the Supreme Court decide to disband IBC, I have always opined this channel, we are likely to have elections in 2025, not earlier than that. And it will be a very interesting scenario, because Uhuru Kenyatta will remain in office. So what the Supreme Court is trying to do is to come up with a better Kenya for everybody. The ruling that will come, I think it will be good for all, because what we have ni watu ambao wamekuwa kijaribu to think that this country is a bandit country. Kenya is not a bandit country. It's a God-fearing country. And today, let me remind you before I end this video, go on your knees and pray for our country. We need God all the time. So, as I said in the beginning, if you're not subscribed to this channel, I request you to subscribe. I request you to like this channel, comment, and let me know what you think about this. And for supporters who are giving us financial support, we are very humbled. And God bless Kenya. God bless you. And have a blessed day. Bye.